friends, welcome to my live and welcome to the replay if you happen to be watching later. I'm so glad that you were able to join me this evening, and I hope you've all had a great weekend, and I hope you've all had a great start to your week. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Club Couture. Real quick, I want to let you know that I am using an online platform called StreamYard, so I'm live in 3 locations this evening. I'm live on my business Facebook page, I'm live on my YouTube channel, and I'm also live in my private Facebook group. And I tell you that way if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your feed, that person may be viewing excuse me, and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you are watching from my private group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard permission to access your profile name and pic, there should be a link in the description of the video, but I did read in a comment that it may not be there. So I will check that here in just a second. But if it is there, or if I happen to pin it later, you can click the permission link and that gives StreamYard access to your profile name and pic. That way you show up under your name in my comments. Otherwise, if you don't, you show up as Facebook user and I don't know who to say hi to. Speaking of saying hi, I can see in my comments, Bonita, I do see that you are in my comments this evening. But let me check real quick. Excuse me. I have to find another cough drop, but let me just check. Oh, you're right. I wonder why it's not in there. Huh. Because usually StreamYard puts that in there. Oh, no, it's at the very bottom, but I can copy. Let me copy and paste this. Copy. And let me just put it in the comments. Give StreamYard permission to access your profile name and pic here. Let's see if that should work. Okay, I pinned it in, or I put it in the comments in my private group. Yeah, I can see I've got the comment in my feed. I also see that Jason is on. Welcome. If you wouldn't mind, I'm going to take a drink. If you wouldn't mind sharing the video, spreading some chalk love, tag your crafty friends, and then hit the heart, like buttons, and all of that fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera around. Did I ask if you would say hi in the comments? Say hi in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. I got off my spiel and totally forgot what I had or hadn't said. So with that, let me flip the camera. Excuse me. This dang cough. I don't think it's ever going to go away. So anyway, tonight we're going to use the new August Club Couture transfer. This is a super cute transfer. It's called Home Sweet Home. And it says, celebrate each other, forgive and hug often, laugh together, share our dreams, love unconditionally. I think it is one of the cutest transfers that we've had for Club Couture. And don't get me wrong, I love all the seasonal and holiday stuff, but I just love these evergreen transfers that can be used all year long. Hi, Cindy. You're watching from Facebook. Welcome. Glad that you are here. So this is a silkscreen reusable transfer from Club Couture. It is sticky backed, if I can get it undone. So there is sticky on the back side. Wherever you see the white while it's on the backer sheet, that is silkscreen mesh material. So if you've ever tried to weed a vinyl decal or stencil and you've lost an E, or you've lost the dot to your I feel your pain. I've been there, done that. I just cut a vinyl stencil out today So I totally feel your pain, but with these silkscreen transfers, all of that inside negative stuff stays intact. So like when I pull the silkscreen up, the center of the E right there at the end stays intact. So that is one of the great things about these silkscreen transfers. I did also mention that they are reusable. They're reusable about 8 to 12 times depending on how well you take care of them. So because I want to clean and store this when I'm done with it, I need to make sure that I note that this is the back side of the carrier sheet. So when I go to put, excuse me, put this transfer away, I know that this is the back side and the transfer goes on this side. I think I'm going to have to reach across. Sorry if you see my head. I think I have some, yay, I have some random cough drops so you won't have to hear me cough. Don't ask me why I have a thing of cough drops and Kleenex on my craft table. If you could see all the stuff that's way over there, I would be ashamed if you could see what's all over there. But I have a cough drop, so hopefully I won't be coughing in your ear. Okie doke. So this is the club transfer for this month. Like I said, it does come with 3 paste singles. These are not the singles you'll get. You won't get these tubs, but you'll get these colors in these little paste packets like this. You get Ocean Mist, Shimmer Moonlight, and Shimmer Rose Gold. So those are fun colors. I'm also going to be using the 4 Farmhouse Patterns. So this one comes with a book page, bricks, wood grain, and chicken wire. And these are, I wouldn't think that they were going to be this big, but they are actually about 9 by 9. Mainly 8.5 by 8.5. So, I may end up cutting this one apart, but I don't know. So I'm just going to write chicken wire, wood grain, brick, and book page. Just in case I do cut them apart later. I typically don't cut my backer sheets because I like to store them intact, but I also store them based on the size of surface that they go on. So these are each about a size B transfer. So I may cut them apart eventually to go in my size B portfolios. But for right now, I will keep it intact. But you'll notice that it has suggested cut lines. For right now, I'm just going to score it. So I've lifted up a piece of the transfer and I'm just going to score down the line. Same way on this side. And tonight, I think we're going to use the brick pattern. Cindy, where are you watching? Where in the world are you watching from? Just out of curiosity. I'm in Central Kansas. Okay. I'm going to move this out of the way for just a moment. So I just have this, I think it's about a 12-inch round. Figure out where I hid my tape measure. 13-inch round. It's from my stash. I think I got it at the Target dollar spot. I think I sanded it down because it had a different image on it, but I think I'm going to use this. I think it's going to be perfect. I also purchased a matching house cutout from another designer. If you want information about that, I can point you in the right direction. This particular designer is on vacation for about a month, but there are other designers that sell these wood cutouts on Etsy. So I'm not going to use that on the round itself. And I want to do some color blocking. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do that. I think I'm just going to go basic black, gray, and white. For the color blocking. I gotta get going because I think my phone, my overhead cam's gonna poop out on me soon. I forgot to charge it. So my apologies if I think that's how I want to do it. So I think I'm going to do both sentiments. I'm going to do one sentiment in one color block and one sentiment in the other. I think I might drop this down a bit. And I'm literally just eyeballing it, which is probably not a good thing to do when you're working with a round surface, but I actually might use the camera in front of me. Trying to line it up. I think that looks better. Okay, we'll use that. I think it might be, probably should have left it. Oh, here. I think I'll go up a little bit more. Sorry about that, but let's go up a tad more. And then I'll use this one up above. Let's see. And I can adjust that one later. But I want to make sure I leave enough room. Okay. So on the bottom part, I think we'll just go black velvet. And I'm not painting with that one. I think I'll find my new one. Looks a little better. So I don't know if have you ever tried to paint with chalk paste? It's actually a really nice, gives a really nice effect when you paint with it. So you just need to water it down. If mine is a little old, even though it's a brand new container, it's kind of dry. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's supposed to be a little bit creamier than that. I don't know if they found a long lost black velvet that wasn't the creamy dreamy formula, but you can just water it down with a little bit of distilled water to get it to kind of a paintable consistency. If you have a creamy dreamy formula, you may not even need to water it down. I probably need to cover up my surface, my desk a little bit. So I'm just going to grab a paintbrush, and I'm going to use one of the paintbrushes from the artist tool set. And I'm just going to paint this bottom portion. The nice thing about painting with this chalk paste is that it dries super fast. And you don't, I mean, if you already have chalk paste in your craft stash, then you don't really need to go out and buy acrylic paint or chalk paint. I'm trying to use long strokes. And when I get to the edge, I want to go off of the edge. I don't want to come towards the edge because that's when I will get paint on the edges of my round. And if I can avoid having to paint them, I would prefer not to. If you hop on, say hi in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Oops. Even out my... Okay. Let's give that a good dry and see if we need a second coat. I'm going to put that to the side. Oh, Miss Benita, I have a couple of things. I have something to tell you. I was watching our video for designers today with all the new things that are coming out this month. And you know how last month you made the request to have a wish list capability on the website? Well, guess what's coming later this month? You'll get to create a wish list. So they're, Benita says, awesome. Yeah, they are revamping the websites. And so they'll look a little different. But there will be wish list capability. I figured you'd be excited about that. And I also overheard in another video I was watching from corporate that it sounds like, and if there are other designers on here, let me know if you've heard the same thing. If you have heard that the quick dry tool now is coming with a longer cord. So I'll have to keep you guys posted on that because the current cord on the quick dry tool is super short. Hi, Stacia. Are you getting ready for Wednesday night? Benita says, shorter cord on the quick dry tool would also be helpful. That's what I heard in the designers get a monthly video, or they do a monthly video on the designer Facebook page, highlighting different ways to use the Club Couture transfer. And they mentioned that in passing that the new design or the new quick dry tools came with longer cords. I'm kind of doing the second coat a little sloppy, but okay, let's try that. And my apologies for not going live this weekend. I always have the best of intentions leading up to the weekend, but then the weekend hits and I had a bad case of selective participation. And I did not do a cotton picking thing. Well, I did one thing. I held down one end of the couch. That's what I did. Anybody else filming? Does anyone else ever get selective participation? That's just a nice word for lazy. Okay, I think that's dry. So I'm going to pick that tape up. And then I'm going to put another piece down. Jason says, that's important. I hate it when the couch runs away. Benita says she gets overcome with selective participation sometimes. Okay, so I'm just going to line my tape up as best as I can. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's make sure we're going to have enough room. Oh yeah, we're going to have plenty. Okay, let's close that up. I'm going to wash my brush out if I can get to my water. And now get a different color tray out. Stacia says she gets overcome with selective participation. I don't know if you've all ever seen that. It's audio from Instagram or TikTok rules. Usually people do it to videos with their dogs. And it says, I'm not lazy. I just have selective participation. I just think it's stinking adorable. So of course now I've adopted the phrase. Okay, so this is what your chalk paste should look like. I think I got sent a black one because I've ordered that one in the last couple of months and that's what it looks like, but I'll keep using it. So technically, if you were using this newer formula, again, you wouldn't really need to water it down if you didn't really want to, but I did. So this is Storm. I'm going to do the same thing. Make sure my lines are burnished. This may not have been the best color choice, but it's what we're going with. It kind of blends into that brown. This stuff just paints so smooth. I tell you, if you have not painted with the chalk paste yet, you need to do it. Again, I'm trying to go away from my edges, not towards them. Oops, a little bit of black in there. Okay, let's dry that. So give me a thumbs up in the comments if you are trying to think how to phrase this. If you think that summer has gone by so fast and you cannot believe that it's already August, give me a thumbs up. Because, July went by so fast. I feel like I just flipped the calendar to July literally yesterday. And then I had to walk into the office and flip it again. I'm just going to add a little bit of water. See if I can use up some of this paste. Jason says that summer's time is just going by too fast. Bonita is giving me the old thumbs up. So I'm going to try to even out some of my paint strokes. Okay, let's see what that looks like. I guess once I get a couple of coats on there, it doesn't look too bad against the brown. Okay, that feels dry. Oops. Peel slowly. I have a slight gap over here between the colors. And it might be later that I can pull out one of my transfer that has a little band or a little border on it. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to paint my little house here. Sorry, my chair is kind of squeaky. Okay, so let's just get some white. Let's see how many tools we can use up this evening. I should make you guys guess at the beginning of the broadcast as to how many tools I'm going to use. Ooh, that is thick. I'm just going to water down a little bit of white. I may need more, but oh yeah, I didn't get enough out. I'm just going to grab another paintbrush that I have laying here. I'm just painting this little cutout. I'm going to use that little goober. I'm not trying to be very particular. Okay, I'll let that dry. I may have to come in with another coat. Okay, that to the side. I love the smell of these cut pieces. Smell like burning wood. Okay, so now I'm ready to use the transfers. I'm just going to get out some wax. I believe it is currently sold out right now. So if you want to use wax, you're also welcome to use some Minwax finishing paste. It comes in a natural. It also comes in a dark wax. And this just helps protect not only my painted surface, but my transfer. So I'm just going to use my wax applicator. You can use a microfiber cloth. You can use a rag. I like to cut up old t-shirts. So you're just going to get some on your applicator. And you're just going to rub it in to your surface. So what this is going to do is it's going to get down into a lot of those little grooves and uneven parts. And it's also going to act as a protective barrier to my transfer. And that'll keep my transfer from pulling up any wood fibers. That will hopefully keep my paste from seeping into any of those ridges. And it'll keep my transfer from sticking and maybe stretching or distorting as I pull it up. So I'm just going to do the storm section. So I'm just adding it on. And then I'm flipping it over to the microfiber side. And I'm just kind of burnishing it in, kind of buffing it to a shine. It's super smooth. Okie doke. So now we are ready to do some pasting. So let's bring in our transfer. And I have my fuzz cloth. So I'm just going to pull the backer sheet off of the transfer. And because it's a new transfer, I want to do a little bit of fuzzing. And all that means is I want to put it down on a terry cloth towel, or you could use your shirt, you could use your pants, anything that has some fuzz or lint on it, that lint is going to knock back some of that adhesive. So I can tell this transfer is super sticky. We want it to be sticky, but not so sticky that it ruins my surface or ruins the transfer when I pull it up. Let's go there. Try to get my image straight, or my surface. I think because there isn't a lot of delineation between these two colors, I might not be able to see this. I'm going to use the piece of tape that had all the black on it to kind of maybe help me line up. Oh boy, I stretched the tar out of that. It'll give me a general idea. Okay, because I can kind of see through this transfer, I'm going to, hopefully that black line will help me see how I need to line it up. If all else, I can see it. I can also use this line down here to kind of help me, maybe. Hopefully it's straight. I think we're going to go with that. It's a little far down than I would want, but I think that's the safer bet. But I am going to reuse some of this tape. And I'm going to tape off. I don't want to use that heart or that line yet. So I'm just going to tape that down, and then I'm just going to burnish my Home Sweet Home. And then I'm also, just as kind of a visual reminder, I'm going to tape off my house because I don't want to tape that, or I don't want to paste that. Okay, so let's bring our white out. I think I'll just use this one. That white is super. Better. I have a few pastes that I need to doctor up a bit. Gotten a little thick. This one isn't much better. So I'm just adding some paste to my squeegee. This is probably way too much. And I'm just going to drag it down that silk screen area. I'm just going to give it a liberal coat, and then I'm going to go back and grab all of the excess and even out my squeegee lines and make sure I have all of the tips of the letters covered. So I'm going to put the excess back in my jar. Okay, so let's put that back down here. Let's Just give that a quick dry before I bung it up. Okay, so let's grab the rest of the transfer. I'm going to put it mostly on it. I'm going to put it on its backer sheet just to protect the rest of my design from where that paste is. I'm kind of going in blind. We're just going to do it. And I'm going to use my white. It's probably way too thick. I'm taking a little bit of an effort to spread around, which is going to make my paste dry quicker in some spots. Well, let's see what we have. It's down a little further than I would prefer, but I don't think that's bad. I could, to even things out, I might go back in later and I can put that heart, and I missed the top of my F. So I think I'll go back in later and I'll put the line and the heart in there to kind of offset this odd space. And I'll also need to fix my F. Otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. Actually, I think it looks really pretty. So here's what we have. And you see I missed part of my F. So otherwise, I think it looks really cute. So I'm going to come back in. I'm going to get a little bit more white. Let's see if I can darken this house up a bit. Get some of this off. Jason says it looks fabulous. Thank you. Okay, so let's see if we can get this a little darker. That's better. Okay. It's not the prettiest paint job, but it'll do. Okay, so let's give that a dry. I have one of these scrap brown pieces of paper from when I made that paper bag wreath. Just going to kind of use it to kind of smooth up my surface, just to knock some of those paint ridges off. And you know what? It works. So if you make your paper bag wreath and you cut off all the bottoms, don't throw those away. I do want to, I've got a few paint splotches where they don't need to be. Bonita says, so far she's loving the project. Well, thank you. I do too. I just love door rounds. And I love this color blocking technique. Just trying to go in and get some of this paint off. Okay, that's good enough. Okie doke. So now let's bring our transfer back in. Sorry, man, my chair is super squeaky. I don't know if you can hear that. I promise you it's the chair. Okay, this is going to be, well, I think it'll be okay. So because I did not cut this, I just need to determine whether the cut doesn't look like there's any offset, so it's kind of it's supposed to line up perfectly. And I think like you could do these cute little flowers and greenery in different colors. I think I'm just going to do it all kind of abstract and super farmhousey. So I'm just going to do one color. I can hear myself. Okay, so I just have the multi-tool and some black paste. I'm kind of going to do exactly like I'm using a paintbrush. I'm going to go off the edges. Okay, keep going, Robin. As best as I can, anyway. This is the messy way to do it. I wouldn't advise doing it this way. Take your time. Thin out your paste a little bit. Mine's a bit thick. Let's see. Let's see what we have. There is a little bit of an offset. I lied. Oh, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Super cute. Dang, I wished I'd have ordered more of these. Darn it. Oh, well. Okay, I'm going to stick that in there so it does not blow away. Guys, the detail on this transfer, yay. I don't think I could cut a vinyl decal that would, or a vinyl stencil that would create this much detail. If I could cut it, I certainly would not want to weed it. Jason says, wow. Just exactly what I said. Look at that. Check out that detail. You can't get that with a vinyl decal or a stencil. Wow. Wow is right. So now I just got to figure out what kind of bow I want to put on there. I didn't think that through. I'm also going to have to punch holes. I did punch a hole in this already because I didn't want to bung it up. Okay, let's to the ribbon. Let's see what kind of ribbon we can find. Okay, I've got gray gingham. I've got a gray tweed kind of thing. I've got some houndstooth, some buffalo, or some burlap. Polka dot. What else do we have in my stash? And I need to find my bow maker. Not quite for sure we're that way. Okay, sorry about that. Should have thought of that ahead of time. And then I have some buffalo plaid, which I don't know. I don't know if that's on its way out. I have lots of options, so I might need some help. Okay. Let's get some scissors. Okay. Where do you think I should start? I don't know about this. I like it, but is buffalo plaid still in? You tell me. I kind of think it's on its way out, but it might be too. I wonder what would happen if we cut this in half. Because I think it might be too wide. Let's see what it looks like. It's not terrible. I'll try it. give it a whirl. I think I'll only use one piece though. Cut this edge off. Okay, so I just cut about roughly 10 inches, and then at the 5-inch mark, I'm just going to ruffle it up, pinch it in the middle, except for I probably should have put I need to put a piece of twine down. I don't know if that's going to be big enough. And for this, I may actually want to use a zip tie. Okay, so let's start with that. And because we use the buffalo plaid, I think the waffle may be a bit much. So let's go ahead and add in the polka dot. Same thing, roughly 10 inches, pinch at 5, and then we'll pull that one kind of crisscross. And you could use 3, but I think if I didn't have this, I would definitely add 3 of these of each color, but I think because that's going to add a lot of bulk, I think I'm going to stick with 2. And then I think this one matches better. How y'all doing out there? I may should I add 3 of those? I think I will. Okay. And I think we'll add the black houndstooth, and that should be, unless, yeah, I think that'll be good. Yes, Benita agreed with 3. It was flimsy. It wasn't very bulky compared to those other 2. So has anyone made a paper bag wreath yet? I had a ton of fun. In fact, I bought an 18-inch wire frame this weekend to make a big one. But they're so easy, but boy, I think there's something about them. I don't know, that maybe because they're so easy, but yet they're still so pretty. Okay. And I will definitely be trimming some of these down. I don't know if there's enough zip tie in the world to hold that down. Give that a good old pinch. And then I think I'm going to add this twine in before. I'm going to double it over because it's kind of thin. But I think I'm going to end up tying it to whatever hanger I use. So I'm just going to put it on the back. I'm not going to tighten this all the way. That way I can kind of start messing with some of this stuff. Oh, I was like, how did I end up with 4 houndstooth on one side? Not possible. And so I'm definitely going to have to trim because I like my top ribbons to be shorter. I'm going to go ahead and do some angle cutting. I don't particularly like to dovetail, but if you do, then you do. You do you. But I am going to angle all of these. And I may have to trim some more as I go. Just kind of see what it looks like. Okay, so let's do this side. I'm not going to angle cut that bottom one. I think I'm just going to leave it flush. Maybe. I could. I don't know. I'll have to play with it. I could maybe dovetail that one, but I don't think that would look good. Okay, so you just kind of have to keep playing with it until you get it looking like how you want. Well, it's not the prettiest bow, but I need to. Let's move that one down because it's longer. Okay, it's not bad. I am also going to try to find my twine here. I'm going to wrap some of this around the middle. I also need to figure out how to hang this bad boy now. That's kind of what our bow looks like. I need to. Let's trim that one a bit. Okay, that doesn't look terrible. Okay, so let's. think I'm going to grab a couple of beads, some small beads, maybe. And then figure out how to do this. So I'm just taking a small piece of twine, and I already have a hole cut. So I'm going to run that through. I'm going to run the center loop through. Sorry, I'm taking a long time. But you can't rush genius, right? Okay, so I just used the lark's head knot. So then I'm going to run my beads down here. I'm going to run my beads through here. I'm going to get a tiny bit of tape to kind of create like a needle. So I just taped the two ends together, kind of rolling that tape on top like it's to make it kind of a needle, so I can thread my beads so much easier. Oh my goodness. That's gonna be so cute. Okay, now I just got to figure out how I want to attach it. But definitely, okay, let's tighten this all up. Okay, and then cut that off. And then let's run what we've done all that work to fluff up our bow just to flatten it back out. Ain't life grand. Okay. I think I'm just gonna tie a knot. You know what? It wouldn't be a robin project without a loopy bow, right? Except for, I think I want to make my loops a little bigger. So then I want to cut another tail. So, oops. Oopsie doodly. Okay, so this will also help cover up the knot to my bead dangle. We got all sorts of stuff going on now. Okay, so now we just kind of give it another fluffer nutter, refloof it. Okay, I don't think I'm going to attach it tonight just because I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. And I think I may have made my bead dangle too long. Maybe not. So that's kind of, well, we did. I may have to take one of those, or where did all that, oh, I can just pull that up. I'll just re-knot it, but I've got the knot up there. I think that's going to work better. I'm going to still have to keep fluffing this bow though. But that is what we have. Okay, methinks we is done with at least the project. Now that I've made a big gargantuan mess. I gotta find my mouse. I've totally lost it. Okay, let me hold this up. Let's go back to me so you can get the full. So this is what it's gonna look like. Oops, I can get it. There you go. Home Sweet Home. The cute little bead dangle in the little house. I think it turned out super cute. What do y'all think? So now I just got to figure out how I want to hang it and how to attach the bow. I'll probably just use a twine hanger. I will, but I haven't. Well, I guess I could add that on real quick. Yeah, I said I was going to use it. I was going to do it later, but my transfer is dried, so maybe it won't. It'll be a little easier to use it. So let's see. I will have to go back in later and fix the F. Let's see. I think I do want to put it up a little higher. So if the heart's there, I want to drop it down a little bit. You love the little house? I do too. Darn it. I should have gotten some more. I got extras, but Jason says he loves it. Okay, so let's add that in. Might as well get that done. Thanks for the reminder, Bonita. I was going to do it later, but I might as well just do it now and get it done. And then I won't have to worry about it later. Although I do need to come back in and fix my F. Unless... Yep, that works perfect. Okay, so let's dry this. Oops, you guys couldn't see one iota of what I was doing. Sorry, all you saw was the top of my head. Oopsie. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off. I think I might be able to. It's not bad. It's definitely an F now. And it's done. Okie doke. Let's dry that. I certainly do not want to mess that up. That was the perfect little touch that it needed. Right there. Cute. And it balanced out that negative space that I had. Perfect. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so here's the bow back. Give you one last little look at that. And I got to do some fixing on that bow, but okie doke. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping because it is a new month, which means new Club Couture transfers and new promotions. So we did use the Club Couture transfer this month. It does come with Ocean Mist, Rose Gold, Shimmer Rose Gold, and Shimmer Moonlight. It has increased to $21.99 US or $27.99 Canadian as of today. It just went up $2. There's still free shipping on your monthly DIY kit. It comes straight to your mailbox every month with the 3 coordinating paste singles. There is a 3-month minimum commitment to sign up, but you can cancel at any time after 3 months. Also, as a Club Couture member, you do get $5.99 flat rate shipping. That also went up about $1.05. You do get $5.99 flat rate shipping on the first chalk site order of each that you place in the month. Any other order placed in that month will get the flat rate customer shipping, which I believe is only $8.99, which is still a lot better than what I get as a designer. Okay, so let's move on to promotions. So Chalk Couture has released a Shimmer Very Perry color. So it is kind of a lavender purple shimmer color. It is only available as a limited time color this month. It happens to be based off of the Pantone's color of the year. So it is very on trend. You can earn this for free as a customer by spending $90 US or $125 Canadian. Once you add that to your cart, then you will earn the Shimmer Very Perry. Club Couture members, you can stretch that $90 into $100 and you can earn the Shimmer Very Perry and a detail tool for free. So all customers can spend $90 and get the Very Perry Shimmer for free. Club Couture members, if you want to tack on an additional $10, then you can get the Shimmer Very Perry and a detail tool for free. That is a limited time offer. I would imagine there are also limited quantities, so buy fast. Also, just want to remind you that there is a new designer access pass. So for a $9.99 activation fee, you can become a Chalk Couture designer to earn 40% off of all of your products. Whether you use the products just as a creative outlet, whether you use it as a hobby to create home decor and gifts for yourself and your friends and family, whether you use the product to make finished goods to sell at a boutique or online or on Etsy, or whether you want to go all in and build a team, doesn't matter. The Designer Access Pass is a flat rate of $9.99 plus tax. That does not include any product, but if you want product, you can do the Perks add-on pack for $59.99, or you can do the Perks Plus add-on kit for $79.99, and those are both before taxes and shipping. So if you want any information about becoming a designer, just let me know. That is quite a heck of a deal. Oops, I'm gonna take that off first. Okie doke. I posted my schedule for the week on on my Facebook page. It's going to be a little different this week. I have a few commitments that I have to do. So I will be live again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, and then I will be live again on Sunday. I think I put 7:45 as well. So weird week this week. The first of the month is always, or the first Wednesday of the month, I'm always going to have a commitment. So that'll make my schedule weird, but I appreciate you hanging out with me this evening. And I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye.